Hello guys, Ryuzak here again. And of course, recently while I was on my break, I actually found something. Now, of course, I made my earlier video about how, production was affected on Love Dolls and that it kind of slowed down at the time, but it must have been a pretty short period of when they slowed down actually. And I think at first, the reason why it slowed down at first was because people were getting worried about, their finances. I would say for maybe half a month. But then I found this, after trying to look into it again, actually, to see how it was still affecting it. And it looks like right after I made that video, I made that claim, suddenly, like, the sales have skyrocketed, actually. But I will, kind of talk about that in a moment. But first, I wanted to talk about how, they're trying to cash in the first place after, the downfall of production. It says here, sex doll companies have important public service message, self-isolating can be fun and safe at the same time. Abyss, the maker of sex robots at Real Dolls, Abyss Creations, assured potential buyers that its dolls are free of COVID-19 in an Instagram post. This, again, was in March, like right after I made my video. Self-isolating doesn't have to be the worst. All real dolls are made from platinum-grade silicone and are naturally antibacterial and non-porous. One, the company's caption reads, an online publication that reviews sex dolls also offered a blog post trying to combat myths regarding sex dolls and other coronavirus. Sex doll industries have been greatly affected as most of these products were made and delivered from, at least from China, according to post at realsexdollreviews.com. And there's a little more here. Now this is on the New York Post, by the way. But to break the existing perception toward China-made sex dolls, is there really a high risk of product to human viral transmission? One firm answer, no, of course not. The post continues, there is no medical proof that upholds this claim. Sex dolls assembled or imported from China have no harm to people. And here, sex doll maker Silicon Wives has also tried capitalizing on the pandemic with a giveaway contest for free sex dolls to help with the coronavirus quarantine, according to its website. Are you stuck inside with nothing to do for the coronavirus, sick, quarantine, etc.? We're giving away free sex dolls to ease your social distancing. The website reads, municipal and state governments across the country have started creating and enforcing strict rules to keep residents inside in order to flatten the curve and slow the spread of the pandemic, which has now infected more than 300,000 people globally. And like I said, they posted this in March, so it's been a lot more since then. In September, the Post reported that sales of male sex dolls were already on the rise as well. And this, again, was posted 3/21/20. Okay, so that was on New York Post. Now, I also found another site here, which I will put in the description after I would say finish this video here. And it just talks about how it's actually risen, since then. Sex doll sales have surged in sales since the quarantine began, to the extent that one company are looking to take on new staff to keep up with demand. Sex Doll Genie has received hundreds more inquiries than usual in the last 8 weeks. By the way, they also actually sell gynoid dolls anyway. From both couples and single people, the company saw a 51.6 increase in orders from single men in February and March, with a 32%, or should I say 33.2% year-on-year growth in orders placed by couples in April. We have lots of products in stock, but we can't work fast enough to keep up with demand. Co-founder Janet Simonson said, "We are hiring as quickly as we can and have created several new roles in fulfillment, management, and customer support in both the US and Europe." At first, at glance, it seems obvious why this might be the case. In the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, many of us are quarantining alone or without our intimate partners. While it's easy to scoff the idea that a dog could provide company in the absence of other people is not at all outlandish. As Dr. Kate Kevlin, or Devlin, noted in her recent book, Turned On Science, Sex, and Robots, sex dolls tend to be associated with single men, but they are also frequently purchased by couples, people with disabilities, and parents whose adult children are socially excluded. Now, of course, again, I will put this site in the description that I just read so you guys can just read the rest, because reading this whole thing would take me a while, actually. But again, with that being said, if you guys have any questions, comments, I know I accidentally have the light chat bar to the right here by accident, but anyway. But again, if you guys have any of those, just lay them down and, I'll reply to them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.